Hey everyone, in this video we're going to discuss what is the 50% rule on rental properties. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Dan and this is HomeToWorks Investing, where we discuss money, entrepreneurship, and the bottom line, which is your pockets. It's simple. The 50% rule states that the total expenses of running a rental property will average out to 50% of gross rents over a lifetime of holding that rental property. So what that means is, let's say you have a property that gross rents for $2,000. You should assume that in order to run this rental properties, your expenses will equal out to about $1,000 every single month. Now, this rule is stating over the long term on average, meaning that one month you may have lower expenses, another month you may have higher expenses. However, on an average, it will average out to 50% of gross rents. Say you have a property that's $1,000, right? On average, your expenses for that property will consume 50% of that gross rents, which will be $500 every single month. It's important to note that the 50% rule does not include your mortgage payments. It simply includes expenses to run the property. Things such as property insurance, maintenance, repairs, capital expenditure, and so on. What I like about the 50% rule is that it's a very conservative approach, so it helps you to kind of set some money aside. Even if your property is cash flowing really good, in the back of your mind, by keeping the 50% rule intact, you're always going to have some money put to the side just in case, because you're always going to say, okay, I'm cash flowing really good on this property. However, over the long term, 50% are going to go towards expenses. What I don't like about the 50% rule is that it generalizes every single expense. For every single property, expenses can vary from a low range all the way to a high range. It just depends on the property. There's really no way to tell. These rules are just rules of thumb. You don't necessarily have to follow them to the T. They're just kind of rules to keep especially real estate beginners on track and to have a specific guideline for purchasing a property. So there you have it. The 50% rule pretty much simply states that half of whatever your monthly gross rent is going to account for all of the expenses for funding your property. So it's a great way to keep that and account for that in your budget. If you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos for real estate beginners. Thanks, and see everyone next time. Take care.